Your imagination is the greatest tool to defeat evil, and I'll tell you guys why that is. It's also the number one tool you have to get what you want in life. You see, boys and girls, the universe, life, it's a lot more complicated than you think. If you study quantum physics, you know what I'm talking about. Your imagination is very, very powerful. The reason why I say this is because you're literally, in a sense, like a god. You're a creator. And when you imagine something, it's actually going on in a different universe. I know it's crazy, but that's just science, bro. Again, it's quantum physics. We live in countless different universes. Our eyes, our senses just aren't trained to see that. Maybe one day they will be, when we're super mega evolved or whatever. But until then, all we can see is the 3D, bro. Um, some people, I think, have more senses, like myself, the sixth sense, where you can really read people's vibes, but we won't have to go into that for now. I just want to talk about the power of the imagination because I also believe this is a reason why we're much happier as children, for the most part. I wasn't exactly a super happy lad growing up, but I was better than I am now, and I think it's because as a child you use your imagination more, and because of that you're utilizing the law of attraction, which is basically just positive thinking, dreaming, whatever. It attracts things into your reality because you match the frequency of what's in that universe that you created. So as children, motherfuckers are wizards. Like, they really are, because they're masters of their imagination. And unfortunately, when you get older, you kind of lose that. And I think that's why people's luck runs out. It's because they're not manifesting the way they should be. um, I'm a Christian, for anyone who gives a damn, which, you know, really doesn't matter. But I believe as a Christian, God wants us to be manifestors. He wants us to, in a sense, be like gods. Okay, I believe there is a much greater power than myself, but with that said, I still have the ability to create myself through my own mind, and that's pretty damn awesome. So, guys, listen, okay? This life is really hard, man. Like, no one's debating that. Life is not fair by one measure, by one iota. It really isn't, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you're down on your luck and if you're wondering why bad things always happen to you, it's because you're simply not using your mind right. And I know that may be kind of like insulting to some of you. Like, what do you mean by that? You have to think positive to attract positive things in your life. Again, it's just the matching of the frequencies, the vibrations, whatever you want to call it. And I'll admit, this is something that I've struggled with because, man, I'll tell you, bro, like, ever since middle school, like, I guess when the hormones kick in, I remember just having a lot more problems, and I didn't have that same joy as a child. And I think that's sort of what killed my imagination in a way, because think about it this way, like, if you're depressed, if you're unhappy, you're not really going to be using your imagination much. I mean, I know this is kind of dark humor, but you might be using it to plot certain things, like jumping off a cliff. But we certainly don't want that. We certainly do not want that. And more or less, you're no longer in the positive. We'll just keep it simple. So there are things you can do. There are mantras you can say to help with this, to train your subconscious mind, because that's what it's all about, guys. It's training your subconscious. Your subconsciousness is really the one that's in power. Your conscious mind is simply nothing more than your ego. It's just how you use logic and understanding to survive. You could in a sense say that your conscious mind is simply just a tool for survival, but your subconscious mind is so much more, and it's really something I don't know if we'll ever fully understand. But I've been studying a lot of manifestation stuff, and from what I gather, a lot of it actually comes through your dreams. And so that's why it's vitally important to say these mantras like, I accept good things in my life. I am happy. I receive joy. I receive abundance. Do that right before you go to bed. And that was actually taught by Neville Goddard, who's, basically like the godfather of manifestation. So I know this video might be a lot to swallow for some of you guys watching this, especially if you're stoned right now, which is probably a lot of my followers. I have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of degenerates like to follow me, but that's okay. I love you guys. But just realize this, okay, guys? Think of it this way. If I could just, I'll end this by quoting the great Albert Einstein. Logic is limited, but imagination circles the world. It circles the universe. I think that's what he said. And what he meant by that is simply just, like I was saying about the subconscious and the conscious mind. Imagination, it all comes from your subconscious, dude. It's something that I really don't know a lot about. I'm not going to act like I do. But if you watch more people on here, they can explain it. They can explain it much better than I can. But I'm simply telling you, you have to train your subconsciousness, because a lot of our subconscious minds are just locked in the negative. And so throughout the day, they're just feeding us bullshit, whether it's bad thoughts, bad ideas. If you can flip that, and if you can turn it to a positive things where your subconscious starts saying positive stuff, like happy things, and, giving you happy thoughts, that's when you won, my friend. That's when you've mastered manifestation. And again, this is something that I'm working on. I am not an expert, but I just wanted to share with what I've learned with you guys so far. And I have to say, bro, like, it really all does make sense. Like, mind and matter being connected. I don't know, man. It just makes sense to me. That's just me anyways. But anyways, y'all, I'm sorry I've been kind of excuse me. Been kind of MIA. I've been working out a lot. Been doing my fucking B12 shit. You know what I'm saying? Vitamin B12, dude. It is. Let me just say this, bro. It is super great when you're an old man, because you lose a lot of energy when you get older. And not only that, you kind of release certain things through certain activities, which I won't go into too much, but yeah, apparently you lose B12 when you do that, according to a video I just watched. And shout outs to a homie of mine I was talking to about this certain matter, the NoFap stuff and all that crap, which, I mean, I don't really buy into that, but hold on. I will tell you this, so, oh yes, I'm not a fan of no fart either, because I be farting, son. Oh man, I thought I would just end it on a light note. End it on a high note for you guys about that. So anyways, I'm sure a lot of you guys expected that in the video, at least at one point or another, but ended on a high note. That was pretty good, I have to admit. I was a pretty good singer there. I'm surprised I was able to make a joke that good being this tired, but anyways, guys. Yeah, I've just been working out a lot and shit like that, but I just want y'all to know, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just focusing more on my health right now, so again, bear with me, and I just wanted to say a special thanks to my new subs. I almost have 400 subs, hell yes. I only need 100 more to get repartnered, I believe. And then I can start nuking some troll channels, which is going to be great. It's always fun to do that shit, bro, because they get all triggered. And I'm praying for my trolls. Like, I want it to be known that I am making videos for you guys, to help you as well, because I really do feel sorry for you. Just as a man, I want you to know I truly do pity you, and I hope that you can find peace in your broken life. And I'm sorry that you use me as a scapegoat for all your problems, and more or less a tool of projection for your insecurities. I'm praying for you, homie. Like, I want you to win too, because that's the thing, guys. When you have that mindset of wanting to help others, karma will reward you because you're telling the universe you love help, and so it helps you. You see what I'm saying? When you hurt people, when you bring people down, you're telling the universe, oh, I like to be, brought down. I like to be hurt. And so God will give you some hurt. Pretty interesting how that works, isn't it, guys? So remember that, guys. It's all about the mindset, but it's also how you treat other people. If you treat people good, I believe good things will happen to you. That's why haters never win. It's because they're simply just not good people. And I'm praying for them. I hope they can one day see that, but a lot of them never will. And a lot of them will just, I hate to be so blunt about it, but a lot of them will just die angry, bro. Like, they'll die miserable and angry because they'll never understand just the laws of the universe and how things really work, because they're so focused on ego. And that's the problem with atheists too, is that they're so focused on ego because society has tried to tell them that they're their own gods, and they bought it hook, line, and sinker because they, this world is run by evil. And, you know what I mean? They want to spread their stupid agenda. And unfortunately, it's working. And a lot of people are taking the bait, the narcissistic bait, because when you live by ego, you are a narcissist. I don't care what you tell me, that's just what you are. And the universe certainly does not bless narcissists. You have to understand there is a power greater than you in order to be blessed. And I know I'm going to have a fuck boy come in here and tell me, oh, well, look at you, mister. I live with my parents, Oh, look how blessed you are in your dirty room. Listen, bitch, I have more than you could ever imagine. And I'm not talking about money, okay? I know there are things in this life that are far more valuable than money. Things that you know nothing about because you have an empty soul. You're vacant. You're just an empty shell. You don't feel what I feel. You do not have what I have. Don't try to understand me, bro. Some of you guys, you're so desperate. The way that you troll me, you want so badly for me to think like you. I never will, because I am something you just simply cannot comprehend. So go ahead, keep trying to figure me out like a Rubik's Cube, bro. You never will. You never will in all your years that you'll be alive. I will always be a mystery to you, and I have to admit, I find it very entertaining. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.